Hello, welcome guys to my this video. As I have already told you about the machine learning process, and then after that we are just looking forward to deal with to study some uh, deep learning libraries that are mostly used and are very essential for our process. Um, so in this video, I will teach you all the basic functions and basic manipulations and using uh, SCI-Kit library. Actually, SCI-Kit library is used for pre-processing your data. Like I have told in my machine learning process video that we have to develop when you want to perform some operation to perform some algorithm on your data, you first need to divide your data into two sets, that is test and training set. The purpose of testing and dividing your data into two subsets is that while training your data set, you must divide whole data into two sections with the same proportion of 70 and 30. Sometime it's 70 69.3 and 33.3, but sometime it's 70 30. It all depends on your requirement, what type of data splitting you want, and for testing and training. So we use SCI kit library to see all the function. Let's start to look all the basic functions in SCI kit tutorial library. So here you need to first import numpy as np, because your data is actually the array, and wherever the data is, whatever the format of data, you need some numpy operation. So import numpy as np, and then from sklearn dot preprocessing import min max scalar. The purpose of min max scalar is actually the functionality we will use further. And then we use numpy array from 0 to 100 with a test set of 10 or 2, with 2 columns and 10 rows. So here you see all the values from 0 to 100, 0 to 100, and all are random value. And other method is to scale your model. Scale model in min max scalar. Min max scalar function actually works, you see here, shift tab, transform feature by scaling each feature in a given region, in a given range you provide. And in this method, your transformation can done. And first, like to mm, divide your data into two separate chunks, you need to first transform it as according to your requirement. So this function will use in that particular, and then you can easily see what type of scale model is sklearn.preprocessing.data.min-max scalar, because you have already converted it into min-max scalar type. And then you use its transform function, min-max scalar dot transform data. It will transform your all the data, like you see here. Here you have all the spec your data array is this. And here you see your all the data from 0 to 100, all random values, and then it will transform your data. And the other method is to fit your model. First you need to you need to fit your array, and then after that you can transform it, and also you can do it in one line of code. So another method is as scale model dot fit transform, and your data will be transformed accordingly. And then another thing I want to explain, that if your data is in the file of format of file, Then you can also use pandas. Use if you want to learn more about panda, you can refer to my pandas tutorial. I have already discussed it, each and every basic function of panda and its description. So my data, again you create a variable and create a random integer array with 50 rows and 4 columns. See 0 1 2 3 4 column, and your array will be generated. Your data is from 0 to 101, all random value, and then you here you will like this is the random data, and then you can frame, you can fit the into data frame. So data uh, here pd dot this panda, this is function, this is the function from the panda library. Here you have developed some data frame. And data frame, the purpose of data frame is to have a is to potentially heterogeneous tabular data structure with the label axis. Like for example, this is your data, and it is a raw data, but you can also label it like its x-axis and y-axis. You can also refer to some labels. Like in the same, we have columns f1 f2 f3 and label. You have seen that we have four columns, so you can refer to using the parameters of column, and name of parameters are f1 f2 f3, and name of these labels are f1 f2 f3 and label. So you see here your data was an array, then and then you can manipulate it into very decent manner. And the purpose of panda is actually to summarize it, to convert it your data from any format to array or matrix. So here you see, here you have defined your all the labels on x-axis and y-axis, and then you can also show it on any type of splitting. Like for example, this is all the random data that you have. So this is 2D data, x-axis and y-axis. You have 2D data xy in xy. So here you have 101 elements, all the random values. So using this, you can divide your all 101 values into testing and training sets. So if you have 100 values, then 70 and 30% means 70% data will be your training set, and 30% data will be your testing set. Testing, actually the purpose of testing, splitting it is the testing set haven't ever seen by the machine, and in that way you can easily calculate the accuracy of algorithm you are trying to do. And then you are using and then you can use sklearn dot model selection. First of all, you have to fit the model, and then train test split functionality you can use. Here you have if I am not wrong, I can also train test split functionality. Previously we have used min max functionality, but now we have used train test split. So to split it, if you have to you can split array into random test or training subsets. To use it, you can see in description, you can see in description that you have parameters: array, test size, train size, random integer, shuffle, any type of thing you want, and return, it will return a list containing train test split of inputs. And here you have seen import, like for example, this is an example how to use this. Actually, I like Jupyter Notebook because it's very helpful for the beginner. If you don't know how this function perform, you can easily press shift tab, and then you can see what this function work for, what is return value, what is in example. So you don't worry about any other thing. So here you have seen there are a lot of example. Here I have just taken this example, training y x in your data. And so you have when you use x training x test, y training y test, then y, all the values of y axis and x axis are splitted, can be split according to your range. For example, whatever proportion you want, you can actually divide all the data. So train test split function, see here, you can easily split it, x and y values, and test size is 0. 0.3, sometimes it's 0.33, sometimes it's 0.25. Like for example, you don't need to worry, because it always depend on on certain type of certain type of situation, wherever you want. But normally the divide proportion is 60, 70 and 30%. So when you test when you put test size 0. 0.3, then it will divide according to 30 and 70%. And the random state is normally 101 or maybe 42 or 101, because we have 101 value, so you can use 101, and then you train shape, and then x train shape dot shape or y train shape. This x train shape, x train, like now your data is divided into two chunks, and then you can shape, you can see shapes. X train dot shape result you 35 and 3, and x test dot shape means your data is already divided into your x data is already divided into two subsets, like training and testing. Like the same, you can do it using a y train dot shape. You can see how your data is being shaped, and y test dot shape, see. And now like that's all about the basic concept of Scikit library. If you want more functions of the of deep learning, and if you want to see more videos, you can easily find other useful videos on my channel. And also uh, subscribe my channel, and like, give my video a big like, and share it wherever you want, someone who can need help. So spread this. Thank you.